Many have tried, many have failed, only one has ever succeeded. This is Ninja Warrior of Halo! Hello guys and welcome to Ninja Warrior of Halo. I'm Hunt Unit 751. We just completed Stage 1. 100 challengers took on the revamped course, but whilst many of them failed, for the second tournament in a row we had 9 competitors moving on. They included the 2 qualifiers, newcomers Buddy and Joe Riley, the only all-star competing in this tournament, Grand Champion Re95, experienced and successful veterans from the most recent tournaments, Smoky Massacre, Elite MKB, X-Dom X and I Spiteful, and returning veterans, Sideshow Freak and Dusterbuster 2K. They will now all take on this revamped Stage 2. Like Stage 1, Stage 2 has had some tweaks to make it even tougher compared to the last tournament. They include 3 changes to 3 of the obstacles: the chain reaction, the balance tank, and the vehicle ramps. Along with the changes, there has also been a severe reduction in the time limit from 100 seconds in the last tournament to just 85 seconds in this tournament. So with all these changes, can anyone beat this stage and advance to the 3rd stage? First up today is Sideshow Freak. Sideshow Freak was the first competitor to clear in this tournament. He is one of the most experienced competitors on this course, having been competing since the first Halo Reach tournament in Tournament 2. And he's also one of the most successful because in 8 previous appearances he's cleared Stage 1 5 times. However, every time he's then failed Stage 2. On his debut in Tournament 2 he failed the vehicle ramps, and then on his next appearance in Tournament 4 he failed the very last jump and the vehicle ramps. He then had to wait 3 more tournaments until Tournament 7 before he got another crack at Stage 2, when he failed the spider walk. He then had to wait another 3 tournaments until the first Halo 4 tournament, where he ran out of time in the conveyor belt. Finally, in his most recent appearance 2 tournaments ago, he was undone on the spider walk again. So with all these previous failures, will it be 6 times the charm today for Sideshow Freak? He has 85 seconds, 6 obstacles. First is the chain reaction. This has been redesigned. Rather than making the jump and then having to swing back on the shield, you now will hit a shield that's sticking out, and you have to hit it in the right spot to launch to the other side, to the landing platform. Exactly as Sideshow Freak just did. He's up the brick climb nicely. That was just a time waster really. Onto the spider walk. He's going so fast I can't even keep up with the obstacles. This is where he failed 2 tournaments ago. He jumped into the window there. That is a clever technique. A little bit risky because it's such a small platform, but it is clever. And it can actually save you some time. He's quickly through that onto the balance tank. This has also been redesigned. The track is now longer and is at a 5-degree angle, so it rolls easier. Or more easily, sorry, that was bad grammar. He's onto the conveyor belt. As usual, it's the grav lifts forcing you backwards. You get stuck in here. This could spell doom for your run. You can only complete this obstacle in about a set amount of time, about 12 seconds. So you need to get to it quickly and then get out of it quickly. So you have plenty of time for this, the vehicle ramps. 3 jumps, each one gets further and further apart. They've been made slightly easier in exchange for the time limit, but Sideshow Freak utterly destroys them! That is absolutely unbelievable! 14 seconds left on the clock, in a stage which has 15 seconds less than it did in the last tournament. That is unbelievably quick from Sideshow Freak. He utterly destroyed this Stage 2. He was going so fast I couldn't even keep up with the obstacles as I tried to explain them. He made every obstacle look easy, and for the first time ever in his career, he is moving on to the 3rd stage, and he has moved on in incredible style with an incredibly fast time. Well done to Sideshow Freak. Next up is Joe Riley, newcomer, one of the competitors who went through the qualifiers, who had to do the qualifiers to even compete on Stage 1. He did them, finished in 4th place, and then he went on to complete Stage 1. On the chain reaction, hopefully you can see it well there guys, he hit the shield in the right spot and launched onto the other side. If you miss-hit it, then you won't land on the ledge platform thing that you have to slide along, and you'll go up into the kill zone. Oh, little slip up there on the brick climb. That could come back to haunt him later. This is all about speed, remember guys, every second counts in this stage. Spider walk, made up of 3 sections, the going up, and then going across, and then going down. Going up and going down is definitely the hardest part, and you can easily slip up on them. He is being cautious here, Joe Riley. Of course, since he's a newcomer, this will actually mean this is the 7th tournament in a row, I believe, where we've had at least one newcomer make it to stage 2. Out, but looking at the time here, I don't think he's got any hope at this pace. Even if he goes full speed from here on out, I still don't think he's going to make it. Which he's not. Oh my god, he's all over the place, and he's undone on the balance tank, just like Drago in the last tournament. Next up is Duster Buster 2K, back in stage 2 once again. Big fan of the show. The timer started pretty late there. He's probably going to have a couple of seconds shaved off there. Blame Spartan for that. This is the second time in 3 tournaments he's made it to this stage. He made it here in tournament 11, failed stage 1 in 12, but now he's back. In tournament 11 he failed the spider walk. Lots of people failed the spider walk in tournament 11. He failed it whilst going down the downward section. Well, surprisingly, most of the other competitors failed going up here. Oh, slipped up there, but fortunately he landed on the column right beneath him. He does the upward section. Taking it a bit carefully here. Now for the downward section. He rushed this last time, and that's how he failed. But he's through this time. Onto the balance tank. He shoots it to try and get it rolling. You can shoot the ball. You can actually shoot it onto the track, and then wait as long as possible, as long as you want, to get on it. There's no rule against that. Duster gets off it nicely. Looking at the time here, though, I think he could be pushed. Oh, he's been pegged back even more. I think he's going to be pushed here. I'm not sure he's going to make this. He made it to stage 3 in tournament 8, and he's desperate to get back there again. But it doesn't look like he's got a chance now, especially since he would lose a couple more seconds since the time limit started late. Klaxon's blaring, and there's nothing he can do. He's venturing onto the vehicle ramps. He completes the first one, but he's out of time. He would have already been out of time before then. He is still made it to the end. Valiant effort by Duster. Fell off anyway, didn't even get to touch the mine. Oh well. Next up is Smoky Massacre, the Crab Man, doing his crab walk intro. I also like to call him the king of stage 2, because in the 2 previous tournaments that he's made to this stage, he has utterly destroyed it, finishing with more than 16 seconds on both occasions. If he does that today, I will be shocked. I will lick my own elbow if he beats stage 2 with that amount of time. But he's moving quickly. He knows where to go full speed on this stage. He feels right at home on this stage. Takes the shortcut to get onto the spider walk. Even something like that can save him a couple of seconds. He also got the fastest time in stage 1 and is pushing for the fastest again in stage 2. Skips those columns like he always does. That will save him a few seconds. If anyone wants to learn how to do stage 2 fast, they should just watch one of Smoky Massacre's runs, because he shows it perfectly. Now with the track longer, he can't do his super vault technique, so he gets on it at an earlier time than usual and gets off it nicely. Onto the conveyor belt. Straight into it. Knows when to move left and right to dodge the grab lifts. And again, although actually looking at his time here, it's maybe a bit slower than I was expecting. Onto the vehicle ramps. First one done. Oh, he's cautious! Second one. Can't believe I'm saying this, but the klaxon sounds. Great exit by Smoky there! 7.7 seconds left on the clock. Smoky Massacre advances to the 3rd stage for the 3rd time in a row. But incredibly, it is slow from Smoky. To be honest, I thought he did all of the obstacles incredibly well and at a very good pace. Further shown by his technique on the spider walk. But incredibly, he finishes with barely half the time that Sideshow Freak finished with. So clearly it shows that this time limit for this stage is tough, even for Smoky. But nevertheless, he advances once again. And following Smoky's success, 3 more veterans took on and cleared this stage. First was the pro racer Elite MKB, who had a slip-up on the brick climb, but recovered to race to the finish line with 5.5 seconds left on the clock. He even had time for some showboating at the end. Then we had King of the Derps, X-Dom X, once again proved that stage 2 was no match for him, finishing with an even faster time of 6.3 seconds left on the clock. Finally, the All-Star and Grand Champion Re95 kept up his perfect record of having never failed Stage 2 by putting on an almost carbon copy performance of Dom's run, finishing just a fraction of a second faster with 6.4 seconds left on the clock. 5 men through, 2 remain. First of the final 2 is Buddy, the other newcomer who went through qualifying. He got the fastest time in qualifying and got the 4th fastest time in Stage 1, so speed hopefully won't be a problem for him on this stage. Once again, showing that the newcomers can also strut their stuff with the top competitors by making it to Stage 2. Doesn't matter how experienced you are, if you've got the skill, you can go far on this course, and on Smoky's course. He's into the spider walk nicely. At an okay pace at the moment. He was a little bit slow through the chain reaction, he didn't take at full speed. Skips one of the columns there. Straight into the downward section. But his pace is still okay for now. Onto the balance tank. Shoots it onto the track. This is legit, guys. He's waiting a long time here. And he's on it now. Rolling it. Smooth and steady, in complete control, and gets off it nicely. Onto the conveyor belts. Not much he can do here except crawl like hell. Round the gravelist. Looking at the time here, 15 seconds. He could make it if he motors on these vehicle ramps. But he's being cautious here. Come on, buddy. Klaxon sounds. You can't afford to take this slow. No, come on, buddy. You're not going to make it at this pace. Oh, he fell off anyway. Yeah, he wasn't going to make it. Last up in Stage 2 is Spiteful, the marksman and the Halo Customs host, who's made it to this stage in the last 3 tournaments, and every time he's been undone on the vehicle ramps. Will it be 4th time's the charm today for Spiteful? We've already seen one competitor, Sideshow Freak, break his curse on Stage 2. Can Spiteful do the same? He's looking very good at the moment. Nice 360 Spiteful. Onto the spider walk. He knows all of these obstacles like the back of his hand, having made it here in the last 3 tournaments. And even with the changes, he can still move at a very fast pace. Straight into the downward section. Going at roughly the same pace as Buddy did, getting onto the bounce tank around about the same time. Quickly onto the bounce tank there. So quick he almost overjumped it. But he's in complete control now. And off the other side. Onto the conveyor belt. Will it be 4th time's the charm for Spiteful here? He's so desperate to finally beat this Stage 2. He developed an utter hatred for the vehicle ramps here. I swear he just walked through that bit of the conveyor belt. That was a bit weird. Now he's onto the vehicle ramps. He's failed these 3 tournaments in a row. Can he do it this time? He's playing it safe. He wants to make sure he gets every jump just right here. 1 jump left. 10 seconds to do it. Klaxon sounds. This is it. Spiteful. Oh, he's hanging off the back. Come on, Spiteful, hurry up. Pull yourself. Yes, get out. Come on, yes. Spiteful has done it with 7/10 of a second left on the clock. Spiteful, just like in Tournament 12, he motored through the first 5 obstacles, so he had plenty of time left for the vehicle ramps, but he was almost left dangling as he tried to play it too safe. But he recovered to scrape through for the first time ever into the 3rd stage. And with that, guys, we've come to the end of Stage 2. For the 2nd tournament in a row, 9 competitors tried and 6 cleared. We will have 2 new competitors taking on Stage 3 for the first time ever, Sideshow Freak and Spiteful, alongside Smoky Massacre, Re95, X-X, and Elite MKB. Join us next time, guys, to see if any of the 6 survivors can achieve the impossible and complete Stage 3 and advance to the final stage. So as I say, join us next time for the conclusion to Tournament 13. Until then, guys, I've been Hunter Unit 751. Goodbye.